guys, and welcome back to another edition of the Groovy Gold Hunter. It is I, Heath, and I'm doing a pay dirt that was so nice I did it twice. Yes, I got this again. It is Yukon Ali genuine Klondike pay dirt. It was such a great pay dirt that I immediately bought another one. I got 4 grams out of a guaranteed 3-gram bag, so I couldn't have been happier. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do as soon as we roll that intro. Yukon Ali. First time I did her pay dirt, it was awesome. So yeah, I wanted to do it again immediately. Let's get started on this one, and we'll go ahead and start classifying it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open this bag up and put it in this bowl and see what it looks like. For this, it's very dry. A lot of very, very dusty material in there as well. A lot of dry dirt. Make sure I get everything out of the crevices. Yeah, I just did this pay dirt, not even, I think it was one of the last pay dirts I've done. But yeah, here's the stuff. Typical looking pay dirt. Got some very fine dust in there as well as some coarse rocks. I think I'm going to classify 10 mesh and down. I'm not going to use a quarter, even though I know that is definitely plus a 1/4 inch. You know what? I always say that and then I end up doing it. So let's just go ahead and do it. So here's my 1/4 inch classifier. Dump all that in. Here comes the whoosh of dust. Turn away from you guys, just so dust didn't get all over my camera, because I got a new camera for Christmas. I bought it myself. I really splurge on me during Christmas time. Ooh, and I see a big fat nugget in there. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Oh, I saw it and it looked wonderful, but I'm not going to show you guys. Man, that was a big one. Love her pay dirt. So let's get back to our green classifiers, and we're going to go to 10 mesh. All right, so there's my 10 mesh right there. You can see some organics in there as well. Go to my 20. I did my 10. I'll do my 20. I'll do my 40. Probably my 60, and that's it. Because there's not a whole lot of pay dirt left. Not a very big bag. I don't even think it's a pound worth of pay dirt. She is all the way in Canada, up in the Yukon territory from what I've read, and shipping, especially to the United States, I'm sure it gets really costly. There's my 40 mesh right there, and then we'll do 60 and be done. All right, we are done with that, and now it's time to look at what we got in our classifications, starting with our 1/4 inch material right there. There's our 10 mesh, 20 mesh, there's our 40 mesh, 60 mesh, and then all of that right there, minus 60. And we are definitely going to start with the minus 60 and work our way to that. So let's get started. Welcome to the overhead shot. The first time I got it, I think I ordered it at the end of, somewhere around mid to the end of November. And it took about 2 weeks for me to get it. I ordered it almost immediately after, and I think I got it within a week. She does a hell of a job getting pay dirt to you as quick as she can. It has to go through customs. So for it to travel that far and I get it in just a week, it's insane. And there is free shipping. Minus 60 right here. We're going to go ahead and not pan it. See, I almost jumped the gun. I'm going to check for magnetics first. We'll do about that much. I forgot about this stuff. Yes, now I remember. This was the stuff that was impossible to break apart. Now I remember you. I can't believe it hadn't been a couple weeks. I can't believe that I forgot about that. But look at this stuff. It's like hydrophobic to water. It's crazy. I can add just a tad bit of jet dry and it'll help it a little bit, but I've already got jet dry in there. Like, I'll just squirt just a tad. Oop, that was a lot. And it'll kind of break it up a little bit, but yeah, I got to stratify the crap out of this. And all of it's like that. Even when I got done with the minus 60, I went to the plus 60. It was the same stuff. Plus 40, same. See all these dirt bubbles right there? Look at that. You can pop them and they're dry. That's crazy. It's cool,
but it's crazy.
And I mean, you got to get every single bubble like that done, because you saw the air pockets. It could be holding 2 or 3 pieces of gold just in the pockets of dirt. Trying to get rid of some of that murky water so I can see a little bit better. I think I finally got them all busted. But what's even crazier is once I start panning this stuff off, the water just remains clear. It'll just all sink to the bottom and the water above it will be clean as it was before. All right, let's pan. I'm going to be very careful at first. The stuff does come off pretty quick, pretty easily, and I can already see a little bit of yellow sticking out. Yeah, once you get this stuff stratified real good, it pans off really easy. I'm almost got every bit of the dirt out, and all it's going to be left is a little bit of black sands and some gold. I mean, that's hardly any dirt in there. So I'm going to do a nice gentle tap. Oh, wait a minute. I knew there was some gold in there. Where the heck did it go? There it is. Not a lot, but there's some in there. Whoa, that's some fine gold too. All right, I don't know if you can see it. It's very hard to tell that there's gold there because it's kind of dark. But there is the gold right there all throughout that little area. And I'll go ahead and suck that up. And then I'll repan all this because I know I lost some gold when I was panning it back. So yeah, this is the last bit of the 60. I just went ahead and dumped it all in there because it's very easy to pan out. I wanted all that just to settle in the water, and just letting it set and settle does a whole lot better than trying to force it, because that water just eventually saturates all of it, and just much easier, much better that way. Because I mean, look at, there's not much dirt in there now. And look how clear my water still is, like I said it would be. And I only know that because I've done this before. Try to spread this out and get rid of some of that black sand. See how the gold's running with the black sands? I didn't want to do that. There's that gold. I'm going to go ahead and suck that up because that is nothing but gold. Probably a couple black sands in there as well, but now I got to repan this. Try to get some of those other sands out. Yeah, those sands want to go with the gold every time I tap it. Let's try to keep the gold on the back end. And if I see any trying to escape, I'll push it back up. I see one trying to escape, so I gotta push it back up. Get you back there. Spread you out a little bit. And I stuck my finger in there, now my gold's floating. Of course it is. Crap. Ooh, I'm gonna jet dry. Gold, gold, gold. This is such a pain in the butt to do. Gold, gold, gold. There's still black sands in that gold, but I'm just gonna have to suck it up. I'm trying to spread them out enough to try to get those black sands out, but like I said, minus 60 in the books. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning, but I'm gonna go ahead and do one of these to let you see that. That never gets old. Look at that. It is literally waterproof dirt. But see, if you start shaking it, that's what happens. It starts to bubble up. So it's actually just better to just pour water in there and just let it sit. Look at this bubble right there. You can see dry dirt inside that bubble. And you pop it, and there's the dry dirt. Pop it, dry dirt. It's kind of fun to play with, to be honest with you, but I shouldn't be sticking my hands in there. But as much as this stuff's floating right now, I don't think it's going to hurt it. I'm sure by the time I get done with this video, when I post my first video of the Yukon Ali stuff, somebody will tell me what causes that. And let's start panning. I can already see gold in that corner over there. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do my magnetics. Always do that. It's going to make it a little bit harder to get this gold out. All right, let's pan it back. And there's some gold in there. Come on. Clump together. Yeah, I don't know if my camera can pick up the reflection of some of this material. Some of this gold in here got some red in it, so even though it doesn't really look like gold, it is gold. There's that little strip of gold right there. Suck all that up. Alright guys, I am back. It's been a couple of days because I had work week. You know how work weeks are. You gotta work. We were on my plus 60. There's the rest of it. Sorry, it's been a couple of days. I wanted to get started on this pay dirt because I like it so much. I love it. Look at that. That's another reason why I wanted to get started, just because it takes an hour for the water to penetrate the dirt. It never gets old. So yeah, this is the last of the 60 mesh. Ooh, that's a lot. Look at all that. Jeez, that is a lot of gold. I might have to pan this back a couple of times because that is a lot of gold. A lot of heavies too. I see pyrite, but I also see potential gold that's coming back with the pay dirt. Like all of this right here looks like gold. God, look at all that. That's just nothing but gold now coming back. All right, I'm going to stop and I'm going to suck all this up. But look at all that. That is a lot of gold. So there's the little pile. Suck all that up and then I'll repan this. 40 mesh, not a whole lot. I mean, really not a whole lot at all. Let me do the magnetic material. See how I do that every time? Definitely need to do it with this hydrophobic dirt. So I'm going to do half and half. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's so hard to get the water to soak through it. Let's do it this way. I'm going to put the water in first, and then I'm going to sprinkle this over the top and see what happens. So some of it did go down. Hell, I just might as well do the whole thing. It ain't that much. Some of it did hit the bottom, and some of it is doing that. So I'm not going to shake this up. All I'm going to do is let it sit here. All right, it's been about 5 minutes, and it's still just floating. I was trying to see where it was. There was a piece of gold on top. I think it's right here. But there was a piece of gold floating. Oh, there it is right there. I think that's a piece of gold right there at the tip of the spoon. That piece right there. All right, finally got that down with a little help. Stratify this stuff. Man, this stuff you just don't swirl around a couple times and just start panning. You really got to stratify this. Break every bit of that stuff up. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of gold in this as well. One more quick stratify and then we can dump. But look how clean my water still is. Now granted, I have been dumping my dirty stuff in a bucket, but usually, I mean, this is pretty cloudy right there, and I'll go ahead and dump that in, but more than likely that will sink to the very bottom and my water will remain really clean. Boy, this is going to be hard to separate, I can tell you that, because there is a chunk of gold in there, and by chunk I mean a ton of flakes, and then there's just a lot of heavy material all around it. All right, quick tap. Wow, look at all that gold. This is the best I've got it right there. Look at all that gold. I'll get my finger out of it long enough for you guys to see it. All right, let's move on to the 20 mesh. Not a whole lot of 20, but there's my 20 mesh right there. Should we just do it all? Let's just do this much because it is pretty hard to separate it, even though this is 20 mesh and it'll be a lot easier since this is bigger material. But even this stuff, you know what? I might just do it all. I have to because it's going to take a while to get all this stuff to break apart. And I'll set it back on this piece of wood and let it set for a minute so I can go over here and get some other stuff done. Be right back. This is very hard to get separated, by the way. I can hear the gold. It just does not want to separate. So let's go ahead and tap it. This is going to take me a while to clean up too. A lot of gold in there. Man, look at all that gold. There we go. Let's spread that out a little bit. I have finally separated every bit of that. And that is all gold right there. 100%. Look at all that gold. I can't even tell you how many flakes that is. That's just a ton of flakes. I love it. Pretty gold too. All right, that was my 20 mesh and we're down to 2 more. These will be a lot easier to do, obviously, because they're bigger material, but we're definitely going to do half and half with this. We'll go ahead and wet it. Much easier to handle. All right, let's dump all this out now. You know, I know I haven't gotten 3 grams of gold yet. Looking in my snuffer bottle. Oh, wow. I don't know. That's a couple of grams. All right, let's pan this and see what we got in this as well. A lot of big rocks. A lot of quartz, but rounded off quartz. All right, I think that's good enough. I'm sitting there trying to get every single rock out of the pan. No gold in that one. So this is the rest of the tin. Dump that in there. Kind of surprised that I didn't get any in that because I still think that I'm about a gram short of 3 grams. And then all we got is the the 1/4 inch. So, all right, let's pan. Ooh, wait. See, I don't know if that's a piece of gold or not because the last piece that I shook like that, it was a rock. I don't think there's any gold in here, guys. I think I struck out in the 10 mesh. All right, let's just pan it back. That stuff doesn't want to go anywhere. Quick tap. Oh, am I wrong? Looky there, looky there, looky there. Do you see that on my finger? Very shiny. I'm going to stick that in my snuffer bottle because I definitely want to look at that later on. But yeah, there's some gold in here. I see it. Is that a piece of gold? Look at that. I think that's a piece of gold. Yeah, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. Nice size pieces. I'm not 100% sure on this one because it's really dirty, but I see little yellow spots in it. So I'm thinking maybe that is gold. But there it is, right there. They're all pickers too. I can pick every single one of these up. All right, we are done with the 10 mesh. Now we've got one more to go, and that is the 1/4 inch stuff, and we're done. Boom. That's it right there. Look at all them big old chunks. We're gonna dump it in. Let's get this stuff wet. Start swirling around. See all the oil on the top though? I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but it's got like a really oily base on the top. All right, let's pan this stuff. I do want to look at these rocks as I'm panning it off to see what I'm dealing with. Interesting stuff. That is crazy. That's like a purple rock. I gotta look at that. And it's heavy. I see my piece of gold. There's only one piece in there, but man, it's a pretty one. Look at that. I panned every bit of it out except for that one piece of gold. It is big. Look at that. Look at that chunk of gold right there. That is definitely not going to be sucked up in a snuffer bottle. Look at this piece of gold. Where is my dimes? I always do that. That is so cool. There it is. That's the last piece, and that is all of that material. You just cannot end any better than that with a big fat piece of gold and a dime. All right, guys, we are done. I've got my gold right here in this bowl, along with some rocks that I wanted to look at, so I just threw it all in the same bowl so I can take it upstairs. It's still really wet, so I'm going to stick it under this heat lamp, let it dry for a few minutes, and then we will take it upstairs, weigh it, look at it, get it under the microscope, study it, admire it. Let's go upstairs. Be right back. Me and my messy hair are back up in the room, and now it's time to see what the gold looks like and to see what kind of return we got. Let's look at the gold first. Let me get it under this light. There it is. Look at all that gold. Look at that big nugget right there. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, let's weigh it and see how much we got. Here's my scale. Here's the gold. And then here's these little bitty rocks that I pulled out of that pay dirt that really piqued my interest, and we'll look at those here in a second under the microscope. Anyway, let's do the gold stuff first. That's what you guys are wanting to see. Put the tray on, zero it out. We are now at 0, and now first thing I'm going to do is weigh this nugget right here. 1/2 gram, 0.535 grams. So that's a 1/2 gram nugget, and all this is gold. I looked at that in a microscope too to make sure that I didn't have any stuff that looked like gold but wasn't. This is all gold. And as I pour, we are at 2 grams, 3 grams, past 3 grams. Look at that. That's amazing. Amazing. Guaranteed 3 grams of gold. I got 3.896 grams of gold in that bag. That is awesome. First time I did this, I got 4 grams. Second time, 3.9. Insane. Isn't that awesome? I mean, that just makes me so happy. So yeah, let's get on the gold calculator and we will get a value. We are on the gold calculator. So anyway, let's put in the values right here. We got 3.896 grams of gold. We're going to call them 24 karat natural placer gold. Gold prices are at $2,043.50. We're going to calculate $255.97. That is a great return. 255.97. and I paid out the door $220. You can already see where this is going. Calculate 116%. She just broke her old record. And I didn't get as much gold as I got the first time, but the gold prices have gone up, so I got 116% back. I made $35.97 on this bag of pay dirt. That's amazing. I'm speechless. It's amazing. So let's look at this rock first. And the reason why I'm pointing this stuff out is because I'm not worried about those pits. That's probably just dirt or something. But look at that silver band in this rock. Let's zoom in on it. Very interesting stuff. It is not magnetic. I pulled the magnet out, made sure that it didn't stick. So it looks like it could be quartz. But if I flip it over and I look through this area, it looks like silver. Might be pyrite, I don't know, but it looks silvery if I can get the right direction. But if we get over here to this side, look at that. That's some trippy stuff. I don't know what that stuff is, but it is certainly trippy. This one right here is that purple one. And I'm going to zoom out because it's a pretty big rock. So I'll zoom out on it and let you see that as a whole. So there's the purpley rock, and then it looks like it's got quartz in it as well. Rock's so big that it's not letting me look over it. Let me flip it. So I'm assuming like all those lines and stuff's just dirt and rust. But then I can see a little bit more of a crystallized, quartzy looking stuff in there as well. And then you see that little bitty piece of silver band right there. So my mic went out on this last bit right here, but this is that shiny silver looking ball I found in this pay dirt. And looking at it up close, I think it's pretty much pyrite, but there it is right there. And we are done looking at all the non-gold stuff that I found in there. Alright guys, that does it for this edition of my pay dirt review of Yukon Ali part 2. Like I said, second one that I've done, and both times have just been, I don't even have a good word for it. It's been more than excellent. It's been awesome, just special, just a lot of gold. And to get that much more than what you paid for it, it's just a great thing. Highly recommend her pay dirt. Hard to get because she does sell out pretty quick. Now I know why. But you can find her on ShopPay as well as her website, which is yukonali.com. But yeah, she sells t-shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff. I might even buy a t-shirt just to support her because she does so well with her pay dirt. Right now I think she is definitely the queen of pay dirt and possibly the king as well. Very impressive. Not only that, but she sent me a Christmas card. And who does that? She does that. Even wrote my name, to Heath. Happy panning, Yukon Ali. Little things like that that really impress me with pay dirt companies. And she has impressed me big time. So thank you, Yukon Ali, for not just the first bag that turned out so well, but the second bag that turned out so well. They both were awesome. This one was awesome. Loved the gold. Loved everything about it. Highly recommend. Only downfall, because I always have to critique something, not enough pay dirt. That's it. But as far as the pay dirt itself, it is difficult to pan because there are a lot of heavy material in there as well. That does it for this review of Yukon Ali's 3-gram guarantee pay dirt bag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, also the like button and the share button and the notification bell. Hit all those buttons. It helps my channel. It costs you nothing to do all of those things, and I would really appreciate it if you did. So thank you guys for watching. If y'all have any questions or comments, or tell me what I said wrong, leave them in the comments below, because I'm sure I've said a few things wrong during this video. I don't mind. I do not claim to be an expert in any of this stuff, so I'm learning as I go. Till next time, this is Heath saying peace and love, and I will see you on my next pay dirt review. Bye.